I think on all your streams we should read and review a piece of fan fiction.
What would you want me to type in, Mitchell?
And the electrical fence.
And the electrical fence.
That's a good one, man.
George was a monkey who lived in Africa.
Yeah!
In Africa, they did not barricade areas away from other people. Naturally, Curious George was interested in the first one of these barricades that he saw. It was made of metal and had a skull and crossbones on a sign next to it. Also on the sign were some words, "Do not touch." Curious George was a curious monkey. Oh wow. Who would have fucking guessed? Oh, the name of the author is Funky J.
Oh, JJ.
I swear, it wasn't me.
Who's breathing like that? Is that Andrew?
Andrew, stop.
It's not me.
We see your Discord.
Hey, Gunner, can you kick Andrew whenever he does that again?
No.
He outstretched his arms so he almost touched the fence. Moments before he touched it, his owner noticed and pushed the monkey's arm away from the fence. No, George, this is an electric fence. You should not touch it. In Africa, they didn't have electricity. So...
That's not true.
South Africa doesn't count, Gunner.
Have you ever seen pictures of Egypt?
That's true. Oh shit. In Africa, they didn't have electricity, so
Honestly, that's just funny.
And the words went over the monkey's head, and he was escorted away from the fence as soon as possible. What happened after that was that George wondered about the fence in which he couldn't touch. Why couldn't he touch it? It looked nice and touchable. He would even go as far as to hug the fence, given that he could. When he got home, his owner told him that electricity was able to light up the light bulbs in their house. George's mind filled with more questions. Is the fence black? Is the fence black when the electricity goes?
What?
Is the fence all powerful and would make George a super monkey? George was annoyed at his owner because of his banishment from being able to touch the electric fence. He would not respond to anything that his owner did, even if he made the monkey a banana pie with banana sprinkles and banana sauce.
Yeah.
George's favorite food.
Damn.
He made 2
Banana
pies.
sauce.
He made 2 of the pies, and the monkey only responded to him by throwing his poop at his owner. Enraged, he yanked the monkey by the tail and tossed him into the corner.
George doesn't have a tail.
It does?
He's a fucking monkey, JC.
Wait.
Look up pictures. Look up a picture.
He's a fucking monkey.
I actually don't think
fam,
he does.
he doesn't have a tail.
It does?
Curious
No, I don't think he
does have
does.
a tail.
What the fuck? He doesn't have a tail. Who's the queer? Fucking curious dude.
He doesn't have a tail, guy. It's not canon.
Enraged,
No.
he yanked the monkey by the tail and he tossed him into the corner.
So
George
gross.
was angry. Never before did his owner
He doesn't have a tail.
ever injure him. That's why he doesn't have a tail anymore. His owner injured him. He grew
that's it.
frightened at the man,
But
cowering.
animals can grow their tails back.
Hey, suck a
They
dick, Harry.
can't?
He grew frightened at the man, cowering whenever his yellow raincoat was visible. In fact, because of those events, Curious George became afraid of the color yellow. When he presented a banana, he screamed and threw it away. When presented a rotten banana, nice and brown, he gobbled it up. Curious George was a very changed monkey. Curious George has changed.
War never changes.
Eventually,
But Curious George does.
Eventually, his owner grabbed a bottle with 3 X's on it and told George that even though it was deadly, he was going to drink it anyway. Curious George didn't know the word deadly. Granted, he didn't know any English, but the word deadly made especially no sense to him.
Made especially no sense.
Especially.
Was there any consequence of what was in this magical bottle? What do the X's mean? The fence's sign had X's where the eyes should be. So, the fence must have been as safe as the bottle which he had. As he drank from the bottle, his owner grew more and more enraged with the world.
It's alcohol.
Soon enough, he saw the monkey and he threw the bottle at him, but George jumped away from the bottle and walked away from it as the bottle shattered into thousands of glass flakes. George knew that he would have to leave the house because of his owner's drunk fit. And it was made
This is
easier
great.
because he fell down on the flakes of glass. While Curious George escaped the house, his owner was slipping around on glass flakes and alcohol. The glass cut into his hands, arms, and legs, creating cuts. Wow, really? Creating cuts from which blood leaked out of him. Soon enough,
Wow.
a puddle of red was under the man, and some glass was chipping into his torso, so that his lungs started to fill up with blood. Wait, what? So his lungs
Keep
started
in
to fill up
mind,
with
this is
blood?
Curious
What?
George.
Soon enough, he was coughing up blood into a puddle of his own blood, and he did from the lack of air. He died a few minutes later. And Curious George was free to go to the fence, which he was told never to go to. It was dark out. Curious George didn't know what lay beyond his house, but what he was able to see was a street and some metal. The metal was his fence, so George curiously walked over to the fence and he touched it.
George,
Nothing,
curiously?
yeah, nothing special happened to him because there was no special sign for him to look at. Surely, all fences are What? What? Surely, all fences are created equal. And George, though, and thus it would be fair for him to be able to touch a fence which had a magical skull and crossbone sign. So Curious George walked across the street, and many cars passed him, swerving so they wouldn't touch the monkey. However, this caused many accidents on the road, causing several civilian casualties. From there, Curious George saw a sign which had a skull and crossbones on it next to it. It was a magic for him. This was the fence which he wanted to touch, so he extended his arm out to touch it. Zap! Curious George fell to the ground, his whole body limp. Curious George couldn't lift himself up. The fence he touched was a deadly fence. Curious George was dead. The end.
All fences are created equal.
Yeah.
Equal rights for fences.
Electric fences matter.